5 computerized telescopes. Most will frustrate you, but one on this list makes finding galaxies almost embarrassingly easy, and it is not the one you expect. We dug through specs, owner reports, and real-world feedback to rank every serious contender. Wrong pick here cost you hundreds and a lot of frustrating nights under a clear sky. We're judging on app reliability, optical aperture, mount accuracy, and portability, because those are the axes that actually separate a great night from a terrible one. If these comparisons save you money, a subscribe helps. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, the Celestron NexStar 8SE at $1,499. That 8-inch aperture pulls in roughly 78% more light than the 6SE model, meaning fainter galaxies and nebulae actually show up instead of disappearing into the dark. The 40,000 object GoTo database handles the finding for you. The honest catch: the included batteries last only a few viewing nights, so budget for an external power supply. For serious beginners ready to invest properly, that light-gathering ability justifies every dollar. Coming in at number 4, the Celestron NexStar 13 OSLT at $629.99. Here's the honest pitch. A 130mm Newtonian reflector with full GoTo tracking is genuinely capable hardware. SkyAlign gets you on target fast, and when this unit works, owners frequently give it 5 stars. The catch is real. DOA motors, bootloader errors, even error codes 16 and 17 show up in reviews often enough to notice. The included eyepieces are mediocre and need upgrading. Verify your unit immediately. For a patient buyer who inspects carefully and upgrades the eyepieces, that GoTo performance earns the price. But the next one changes the conversation entirely. Stepping into the top 3, the ZWO Seestar S3 O Pro at $699. Here is the thing. Most computerized telescopes still make you do the hard part: aligning, focusing, processing. This one does not. One tap, and it is capturing and stacking images automatically. The dual 4K camera setup means wide-field Milky Way shots and deep sky detail from the same device. Owners overwhelmingly rate it at 4 and 5 stars, and the 30-minute setup window is real. Cold night, 32 degrees out? Battery holds. The honest trade-off: this is built for imaging, not pure visual stargazing. If you just want to look through an eyepiece, it is not your tool. But for casual astrophotography, without a technical learning curve, nothing else on this list touches it. Coming in at number 2, the Celestron NexStar 127 SLT at $659.99. Here is what makes this one interesting. The Maksutov-Cassegrain design folds a long focal length into a surprisingly compact tube. You get serious light-gathering power without hauling a telescope the size of a small child. That balance is exactly what intermediate observers want. The SkyAlign computerized system handles the alignment automatically, so you spend your night actually finding planets, not fumbling through star charts. Owners consistently rate it 4.5 out of 5 across nearly 1,200 reviews, which tells you this is not a fluke. The honest trade-off is that the mount can feel a little light for the optical tube at high magnifications. For the optics and automation you are getting at this price, that is a fair compromise. Our number 1 is still ahead, and it genuinely changes the math on everything below it. Our number 1 pick is the Celestron StarSense Explorer 114AZ at $339.99. And here is why this one changes the whole conversation. Most beginners hit the same wall. They buy a telescope, spend 2 frustrating hours pointing it at nothing, and it collects dust by week 3. The StarSense solves that with a smartphone dock and a dedicated app that uses your phone's camera to map the sky and steer you directly to targets. No alignment rituals, no star charts. You just point and follow. The 114mm aperture pulls in enough light for real views of planets, the moon, and deep sky objects from your backyard. Owners consistently rate it 4.6 out of 5 across 322 reviews. That kind of consensus means the experience actually delivers. The honest catch: Instructions lack detail, and app setup trips some people up initially. It is also better suited as a home instrument than a field scope you haul to dark sites. But for a backyard beginner who wants guided observing without a steep learning curve, this is our best overall pick. The value-to-experience ratio here is almost unfair. So here is the fast version. The StarSense 114 AZ wins on value and ease. The NexStar 13 OSLT wins on aperture for the price. The 127 SLT wins on portability. The Seestar S30 Pro wins on astrophotography. The 8SE wins on raw power. Need the simplest entry point? StarSense. Serious imaging? Seestar. Maximum aperture? No compromise? 8SE. Every tier is covered. Pick the one that matches your actual situation. The StarSense Explorer 114AZ is our top pick. And honestly, it earns it. Easy setup, app-guided navigation, real aperture at a price that leaves money in your pocket. Links are in the description. Check current prices, pick your tier, and get outside. All 5 links are in the description. Affiliate links, no extra cost to you. If these comparisons help, a subscribe keeps them coming.